Hey guys, so basically, I kind of wanted to talk about this, and that is depression. Um, Above any of the guests, I kind of well-known top mental disorders is depression. And I don't think a lot of people understand what that means to be actually depressed. There's a difference between you being really sad about something, or just sad in general, even upset, and then being basically depressed. You can be sad, oh my gosh, I lost my favorite sock. That's sad. But depression is basically depending on kind of which level like you're on, if it's very, very mild to where you get hits here and there, to very severe where you can't even get out of bed in the morning and you just don't want to breathe. Um Depression, imagine this is, I've kind of come up with this theory with my best friend, is that depression, or kind of related mental disorder, but we're just going to stay with depression for this one, is that it starts off with basically depression's this little creature blobbity thing, all cutesy, oh you're fine, but I'm going to kind of just keep you over there. Then it first kind of it pokes you. You're like, oh, okay, stop. You don't really notice it. Then it pokes you a bit harder. You go, okay, could you please stop? It goes, oh, okay. You ignore it for a bit. You turn your back. La la la. Doing your business. Then it throws a brick at you. Then you're like, ow. Okay. Ow. And then it's like, nope, I didn't do it. Then you're like, okay. Then it throws another brick. You're like, ow. Stop it. You try to ignore it again. You even move faster away from it as it's basically flying or running after you. Then, out of nowhere, you're laying on the tracks of like a train track. You're like, what the hell just happened? With a pile of bricks that have now been thrown at you or around you. And then you see the train coming towards you with basically that little depression creature going, ha ha ha, gotcha, and then it hits you. And you're like, obviously getting run over by the emotions you've gotten hit. You're like, whoa, what the hell's going on? And then after it runs over you, basically, that's when it really hits you. And you just feel it. And that's basically what depression is like. So, I know it's a bit of a weird, funny theory, but yeah. Depression can be really dangerous if not taken care of. Even if the person doesn't really necessarily know that they have it, you can kind of tell, usually with these kind of symptoms where it's like they are basically, it's like they're down a lot, like more than a regular person. They don't really eat that much. They talk in a really monotone, kind of low voice like this, or something like that. And this is kind of some of the symptoms either I have or I've noticed in people that I know who have it, or basically they are very, very distant. But don't get that confused with just people who are just introverts and stuff like that. You know, there are shy people. Sorry, my hand's itchy. But yeah, it's really tough because, you know, it's one of those things where it's hard to see, and then unfortunately a lot of people don't see it till it's too late, which is unfortunate because that can lead, sadly, to either self-harm or drug abuse or being out, or even drinking abuse or whatever, or being an alcoholic. But those are like the major severe sides, and like with self-harm and stuff like that, and sadly even suicide attempts, which is horrible. And people also have to realize that with depression, you don't necessarily automatically, like I talked about my first ones with the pills or any mental disorder, have to go straight to antidepressants. That basically, like, you start off basically, of course, talking to someone like you love, that you can trust with your issues or feelings, and you talk about it. And if, and you know, and you kind of talk about them, that doesn't work, maybe try, if you're feeling depressed, try simple things like every day if you have a mirror, write, excuse me, 10 things that are positive about you. It can be about anything, whether you're artistic, something, only positive things, nothing bad. And you post it somewhere where you look every day, like while you're getting ready, put it in your mirror or something like that. Or even if you have a phone or a book or something, a bookmark, just put it somewhere that you will see it every day and you know you won't ever forget it or something like that. Then say it out loud to yourself every day, and it will work. I've done it. Also, another good suggestion is just finding your best friend, or if you have a friend, or even family member, or aunt, uncle, just someone that you really trust, and go having fun with them. Doing something fun that you know you will love, but not in like the forceful way of like, hi, you're feeling sad, get better. Basically do it in a way where it's respectful, that they're being respectful of you, and they know you're not feeling good, and if they're doing it in a way where like, hey, I actually care about you and I want you to have fun, you will feel a lot better. And then some other ways is, I know every single therapist has said this, but even just meditation, that does help. Or